Hi, YouTube. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm listening to Super Dave 44 or 45 as backup channel. I haven't subbed to yet, but I'm a mod over on his 44 channel, and he's covering the Hurricane Ian right now. So, yeah, just wishing people to be safe, as safe as they can be. So, yeah, I got a lot of people I care about that are down south. So, yeah, anyway, um, yeah, I had a couple trying last couple days here. So, um, my way, I mean, I don't get, usually it takes a lot to get me angry, many, many days or months on end, and then I'll just like, but daily it's kind of something. So, for the last couple days, and then we had Doug was with some friends he wasn't going to ever see again, but I knew that wasn't true. So I didn't really say much. I said I just knew that when you said it, it was a lie, and I just knew it because I can hear him thinking. So he can't pull anything shady, but he still tries. So, and then this morning he had another friend, longtime friend, stop in, and they had coffee, and then we're just like right outside my bathroom window or my bathroom, like most of the morning. It's like, yeah, so it was a little annoying. um I would have took my friend in another room or something, but anyway, um I call it uncouth, but for that uncouth behavior I put him on film because he doesn't really normally like that, but I figured people would want to see him and say hi to him anyway. So, like, I'm not just dissing on his humanity. Um, you know, People have to act ugly on the inside before I even say or do anything about it, and it takes an awful lot. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's like Robin's Hood had a video of beast mode. Yeah, tell them how you feel right there. Some people need that to be stopped in their tracks, from treating everybody they encounter like that. So, like brain dead, not caring about anything. Cheers, everybody. So that's how I deal with things sort of like that in my life. It's like make it public, you know, with everybody like that, right down from the world leaders that are out in the world, or the other ones that are part of that dark force energy. Just keep this in mind. Yes, we're like a toroidal battery on this planet, and that God can. He's got the on off switch for sure. But my point is, his direct energy doesn't need negative or positive. It is a ground wire, and there's no having to hook up any kind of connection or have a two-part situation for that energy. You know, that's not the way. He's not in the flesh like that. His spirit is, and I still stand firm that God is a person, and people have more capabilities than are given credit for. And I think that's more the truth than not right there. But I can't prove anything I'm saying. I'm just talking out loud, thinking out loud. It's a pretty good day. The sun is shining. We had our first frost. I'm thinking of a walk down by the creek, but I'd have to get to where I'm going and keep my camera warm because the ones I have a tendency to shut off. Otherwise, I have another one I have to figure out the uploading situation with it, but I'll have to check that out, what to do. It's a Samsung, so I'll see. But I have so many things to do in life. When I do have a moment, like today was peaceful for a little while. Both the cats were laying in my lazy boy chair. I just put it there for my dog used to sleep in it too. And I keep it covered and then I can keep it clean. It's just theirs in my room so they can be near me. So keeps them off of everything else too. So and they're smart and they both were laying there, which is kind of a rarity. And they were laying there together today, just soaking up the sunshine and having a nice day. So yeah, that was peaceful. And they were just so quiet they could sleep, So, oh, my ashtray again. Sorry, people. I really don't mean to do that. I usually put it to the side and have it ready, or I try to, I mean. Oh well. I think Florida's gonna be really waterlogged by the time this thing is over. I hope my friends have found high ground, but I just know, like I've been to Daytona Beach and that whole thing could literally wash away. I mean, it's long, but it's not that wide up to the interstate in a lot of places. There's not a lot of land there in between the sand and the water is it's all sand, so and yeah, and then if it hits back up and cranks back inland again towards the Carolinas, well, it it'll just keep accumulating mostly warm water again and could create another supercell right there. So yeah, it's a bit freaky. I'm sure by the end of the week the East Coast will feel the rainfall effects, the lingering effects of this one, because I think it's going to do like a loop-de-loo about 3 times. This is the first one. I think there'll be 2 more after that, right up the coast. So, just like that one on the West Coast, cranked back kind of downward and inward further inland than it usually would do in California, So, yeah, I've been to Death Valley. That could use some rain. Boy, that is the worst desert. How people live there is truly amazing, you know. I don't like heat that hot. That is ridiculous, you know. I suppose when a person's born somewhere and they're used to surviving where they're at, you know, that makes them a part of who they are, you know. So, I'll drop a link to Super Dave's coverage of the storm. He does a good job. Yeah. He's just talking about taking a break, taking a nap. I'm gonna shut him off. Just excuse me 1 minute. See you later, Dave. Oh, I know I irritated him at one point, and the feeling was mutual, but to be able to work through it and still remain friends is a good thing with people no matter what, because it isn't even a matter of misunderstanding each other. It's getting to know each other and liking the good parts about them anyway. If you can look past things in people and see the best, that's always a good thing. If you really can't and you're trying to see something that isn't there, um, and a pretense, well, that's what I pray the feeling of that will go away in people, so I don't have to be hurt anymore. I used to like when people would do annoying things to me and just roll with the satanic spirit like that. I wouldn't really get annoyed. I would feel like crying. It's like, what is wrong with these people? Well, so many decades of crying left me angry. I didn't get necessarily, as a kid, I did. I got angry, but I snapped out of it. And through my adulthood, I was really cool for a long time. But things, they have amped things up with their evil force spirit. They're really in. I'm shooting for Halloween for the biggest satanic display to try and instill fear in people is what I'm thinking. That it's definitely going to be within that 2 weeks either side of Halloween. But really anywhere from here till there. And believe me, in the numbers, they can make um, sense out of 0.06 or whatever could be a 666 on their calendar somewhere in the world there. It doesn't matter. When a person would try and predict a storm or do something or whatever, unless you're feeling it spiritually, you really don't know because the Father knows and he'll put that there, you know, for you to know. But otherwise, people just trying to predict the demise of the world when it's not really quite like that. And I'm a firm believer, whether I don't know if people whether what if in these large areas the magnetism of the dark force is so strong that the waters of the earth naturally try to wash that out, and with the dark cabal in their grid of death that they can direct weather, so they say, with their heart baloney, which does work to a certain extent with DARPA and whatnot, and frequencies, and yeah, that's more the frequency thing than it is the weather thing, to try and mutilate our cells in our body. And even the tone of the people's voice that practice that dark art, it is a tone of flesh destroying, atom splitting nonsense that these creatures, and that's where I'll go calling them creatures, but they look no different than you and I, and they don't unzip and unpack and do anything else. They're just like you and me, except for in their minds. The men have, for generations, practiced pre- practiced acting like a woman, and their women practice the art of the mind of the man, and in that creating the ethereal Baphomet together. They literally trade places with their thoughts in their minds, and that's what's going on. That's what the dark cabal does. It's nothing to do with the flesh. It is a spiritual war. So, Just want to make that clear, you know. But on that note too, there's a good and a bad. There's a good side of that energy that carry the same thing, except for, like in my case, carrying like the Father's Spirit in me that I feel and hear. Um, People like that, they're the good ones, you know. But I really, really wonder how many truly good ones there really are, and how many really are empty shells. There's some of us that know, like, this is not real, this is not human, this is just satanic flesh bag, you know, and they are out there. It is a certain part amount of life, and they do go full circle. So if you have parts of yourself that strives to be more like an angel and a messenger and a helper of people, then that part of you that's your armor, that'll keep you safe, you know. But like I say, still don't back down and tell these bozos where to get off. There's the L train. Jump now. Or maybe not. Wait till the door opens and then push them out down the stairs. No, not that either. Probably help them down because they're feeble and they need a helping hand because they're lame, you know. But depending who they are is how you treat them on their level. Even if it's only with your mouth, not doing anything, but it's like if you told them that you'd like to push them off the L, you know, that was maybe your first thought, but how you feel deep in your heart, you never would. So telling them that really isn't an issue, unless they turn around and actually want to kill you, even for saying that. I know people like that, but I've still said it. I'll say it, you know. So, anyway. And I am the kind of person that if you're acting shady, I will push you and push you until you want me dead. That's a fact. Because I don't care, you know. So there's always a war with that type of personality in my life, you know. And I can get along with anybody actually. So I hope you're all having a pleasant day. Like I said, I am, you know. Doug was saying, oh, like make that in, or a kitty house. Nah, I don't want stray cats next to me. But I'm sure they'll sit there in the day. But they have an enclosed house and all have heated water in there. And they have sleeping bags and comforters and hutches and all kinds of stuff. So, and then their food and water is right there. And when it's 50 below or thereabouts, they're not going to be out in the woodshed. They won't even come out. So, and I don't blame them. So, yeah. But like I say, I'm sure they're going to be there anyway because I feed them, you know. But I got to start moving their food into, I got to go out there and organize stuff for them for the winter and clean out the water tank for them and fill it up and put the heater in there, run a cord to it. So that'll be like a few hours of one day, you know, or a couple, maybe one if I hurry. Nah, probably a couple hours because I want to clean some old straw out of there that I have. So yeah, it'll take a little bit, not a big deal. I didn't want to be doing it in the heat of the summer. Monkeying with old straw is really dusty, and when it's hot, it's really bad for allergies. So, yeah. Today, like for instance, the leaves are starting to fall off the trees, and that is a moldy type allergy that a lot of people are, you know, allergic to that, the mold. So they might have worse breathing problems like I do in the winter or, in the fall. Yeah. It's supposed to be nice this week, though. We're supposed to have like, oh, what they say, like in the 70s, 73, I think, tomorrow. So that'll be good. It's probably about 60 today. Good for building. No bugs. That's what I was going to say. The bugs froze out last night, except for the wasps. They they're pretty sturdy right up until it almost freezes. I have seen snow on the ground and wasps in the same day. So, yeah, they'll be a little cold in the morning. And flies are kind of like that, but wasps are more sturdy. I have one in my window right now. I don't really want to kill it. I'm hoping it'll find its way back out, however it got in. So, and I'm sure it wasn't through the door because these windows I have little like drain drip things in the sills, and I think they get in somehow. I don't know. It's got to be within a quarter of an inch, and I know some of them have silicone in them, but I'm allergic to it, and I was trying to avoid that, but I might have to plug it up. So then, I don't know. It's hard to get a big south facing window to be totally rainproof because when we have the strong summer storms coming from the south, um, a lot of water. We had a lot of water this year. It literally dripped in the window where the window is sealed into its own frame. It's like one of them triple, um, with the sun UV protection and insulated and all that. But I don't know. But I'm always surprised when rain gets in somewhere, It's like, how did that happen? So, yeah. So today I'm in a funny mood, and my beast mode is I'm gonna start filming Doug a lot more. Like even if he's drinking or being annoying or whatever it is, not to ridicule anybody or to put him down, but just to actually make a record of his, and you'll be able to know by his aura and make a record of his aura on film, even for himself. Um, that'll be good for him to see, you know. And if any of you know what like that Anunnaki statue Anu looks like from his profile, um, it looks almost identical to Doug. So I'm not kidding either. Not a joke. Although it is funny, you know. But he just met Satan. The horrible feelings that are out here in the world that he is desperately trying to rectify within himself so it doesn't get put back into the world again. And I actually am trying to help do that. And I think some of you might actually even know that and are helping me. help him help yourselves. So that's what we're doing. And I won't say wish us luck because that's actually a curse. So this is a better term. Feel blessed that people are actually helping that can make a difference. That's the words right there. Help me make a difference. Give me a thumbs up. Share my video. Would appreciate it big time. And Doug does share my videos on social media like Facebook and I don't know, maybe Twitter or different channels he's on. So I don't let him be private. It's not the time to do that with these people. The male and female spirit, the people that carry these spirits. Everybody knows them anyway. So, hello world, you know. Meet the four corners of the world, you know. I think that made sense to some people, and I hope it made sense to everybody because we're living in some really weird times, you know. At least I find them very weird. I really don't see anything, any real, what I would consider normality, um, which leaves it hard to be at peace regardless of your temperament. You know, no matter how chill you are, this is chaos. So to see my two cats sunbathing today, that's order out of chaos for me. Or making that little video, that's order out of chaos. That's how I roll, you know. It's like payback's a bitch, eh? I just got it started. I think this is a good idea. We definitely videotape these clowns, and it's hard. I mean, they're good actors to us, but how are they going to do in front of the world, you know? Hello, I see you, you know. May I help you up? Or since you're down there, no. Yeah, maybe, you know. Sometimes it hurts to tell the truth, you know. Other people, that is, you know. Yeah, truth, truth hurts. It hurts the ones that don't appreciate it. That's who it hurts. So, yeah, they do hurt themselves. It'll catch up with them sooner or later. Because guess what? The Christ Spirit caught up with the Antichrist Spirit, and there's nothing to, he's cornered. And guess what? Your boss is in jail. Did you know that? He is. He was loose, and now he's been captured again and is going out in cuffs. So, anyway, nobody died. Not yet. Well, I thank you for joining me, and I hope you appreciate the craziness of it all. And have a really good night or day wherever you're at. Peace and love. And I do love you all. And from Pine City, Minnesota, USA.